Understanding is the most important thing in life, more important than knowledge, education, or beliefs. When we truly understand something, we do not need to force ourselves to act. Right action flows naturally. To increase our level of understanding and intelligence, we must first be open, empty, and available to see without judging, labeling, or concluding. Intelligence is not about how much we know. It is about how deeply we can see, feel, and connect with life as it is. Infinite intelligence is the space within us that is not limited by memory, fear, or ego. It is the ability to see life completely, without bias, without any personal filter, just pure awareness. This kind of intelligence is already present within us, but it gets covered by years of conditioning, beliefs, opinions, and false identities. From the beginning of our life, we are told what to think, what is right, what is wrong, who we are, what success means, and what kind of life is best. And slowly, we forget to see life directly. Increasing our understanding begins when we become aware of these conditionings and begin to question them, not in a rebellious or negative way, but with a curious and silent mind. This questioning gives birth to clarity. A person who truly understands is not afraid to say, "I don't know," because that is where learning begins. Let's take a simple life example. Imagine someone is stuck in a toxic relationship, constantly feeling emotionally drained and confused. Most people will try to fix the relationship by controlling the other person or changing themselves out of fear. But a person with true understanding will silently observe the entire relationship without judgment. They will see the patterns, the expectations, the hidden fears, the emotional neediness, and the lack of communication. This deep seeing, not reacting, and brings intelligence. Then the right action becomes clear. Maybe it means walking away. Maybe it means speaking the truth. Maybe it means understanding oneself first before blaming the other. Understanding is not a fixed rule. It is alive, changing with every moment, based on what is true right now. The more you understand life, people, emotions, pain, pleasure, desire, the more intelligent you become. This is not bookish intelligence, but a living, breathing intelligence that guides every step naturally. Let's explore understanding through the lens of different philosophies. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what is in our control, our thoughts, our actions, and to accept what we cannot control with calmness. A person who truly understands this will not become cold or emotionless, but will stop wasting energy on things they can't change. For example, if someone criticizes you unfairly, instead of getting angry or trying to prove yourself, you silently observe your emotional reaction and ask, "Is this in my control?" If not, you let it go, not as suppression, but as wisdom. This brings peace. Vedanta speaks of oneness, that there is no separation between me and the world. When this is understood deeply, the ego starts to dissolve. You stop acting from me versus others and begin to act from love, not as an effort, but as a natural response. You see that the anger in someone else is the same energy that is lived in you. So you don't react with hatred, you respond with compassion, or silence, or intelligent distance. Existentialism says life has no inherent meaning. We must create our own meaning. This can sound scary at first, but when understood rightly, it becomes liberating. If life has no fixed meaning, you are free to live fully, without comparison. You no longer need to become someone. You simply live honestly, creatively, in touch with the moment. A person who understands this will stop running behind goals set by society and instead begin to live authentically, even if others don't approve. Nihilism, on the other hand, says life is meaningless and nothing matters. If misunderstood, this can lead to depression. But if seen deeply, even this view can awaken intelligence. If nothing matters absolutely, then why not live joyfully? Why not laugh, love, explore, without fear? Even Nietzsche's idea of becoming the overman or superman is not about being superior to others, but about going beyond the herd mentality, to think, feel, and live from a place of inner strength and truth. All these philosophies, when understood not intellectually but deeply, bring us closer to that infinite intelligence. Understanding also plays a big role in choosing a career. Many people follow paths chosen by their parents, society, or out of fear of failure. But a person with understanding looks within and asks, what truly excites me? What kind of work makes me feel alive? What are my natural gifts? And even more, what is the nature of work, ambition, success? Is it just about money, name, and comfort? Or is it about growth, contribution, and inner fulfillment? Someone may be brilliant at painting, but afraid to follow that path because society says it's unstable. But a deep understanding will help them see that no path is safe unless walked with love and awareness. Even a secure job can become hell without joy. So the right career is not the one with the most money or fame, but the one that aligns with your inner being. Understanding helps you choose rightly, not out of fear, but out of clarity. In relationships too, understanding is the foundation. Most relationships suffer not because of lack of love, but because of lack of understanding. People try to possess each other, expect too much, and get hurt when the other does not behave according to their mental image. But if you truly understand that each person is different, shaped by their own experiences, wounds, desires, fears, you stop expecting and start observing. You start listening deeply. You realize that the other is not here to fulfill your emptiness, but to share their journey. This understanding creates space, and in that space, real love grows. Not the needy, jealous kind, but the silent, respectful kind. When conflict arises, you don't react instantly. You pause, look within, see your own triggers, and speak with awareness. Even if the relationship ends, you don't blame or hate. You accept, learn, and move forward. This is intelligence in love. Understanding also means knowing how the human mind works, not just our own, but others too. Most people live in unconscious patterns. When someone acts out of anger, jealousy, or manipulation, it is not because they are evil. It is because they are afraid, insecure, or unaware. If you understand this, you stop taking things personally. You respond wisely, not emotionally. For example, in the workplace, someone may try to bring you down out of jealousy. If you understand their insecurity, you won't waste energy fighting or proving yourself. You will either set healthy boundaries or simply move on, without carrying resentment. Similarly, if you feel the urge to argue with someone on social media, you ask yourself, is this person open to understanding? Or are they just defending their beliefs? If not, you save your energy. This kind of psychological understanding makes life lighter and more peaceful. Even in everyday situations, understanding changes everything. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for a meeting. You can either get frustrated and angry, or you can observe your reaction and understand nothing can be done, so why suffer twice? Or imagine you fail an exam or a business deal. Instead of falling into self-pity, you watch the emotions arise, understand the fear, and move forward with clarity. You realize that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it. Every situation, every person, every emotion becomes your teacher when you live with awareness. Understanding is not something you do once and forget. It is a lifelong journey of watching, questioning, learning, and letting go. It grows when you stay curious and honest. True understanding also means being free from labels, religious, political, social, or even spiritual. It means looking at everything with fresh eyes. For example, if you see someone from a different culture or belief system, you don't judge them based on stories you've heard. You listen, you observe, you try to feel what it means to live in their world. That creates compassion. Similarly, understanding your own mind requires you to watch how thoughts arise. Why do certain thoughts repeat? Why do we crave approval? Why do we fear rejection? As you observe more and more, you begin to see the structure of thought itself, how memory shapes identity, how past experiences create fear, how desire leads to restlessness. You begin to see that most of your suffering is self-created, coming from unconscious reactions, and this seeing itself brings change without any effort. In a world filled with noise, competition, speed, and confusion, understanding is like a quiet flame that lights your path. It does not give quick answers, but shows you how to live deeply. It teaches you patience, listening, empathy, and clarity. It helps you go beyond superficial thinking, beyond emotional reactivity, beyond blind beliefs. It makes you inwardly free. Whether you're dealing with a breakup, a job loss, a family issue, or a deep personal confusion, the more you understand, the less you suffer, and the wiser your actions become. Understanding brings beauty even in pain, and peace even in chaos. So if you want to grow in intelligence, don't just read more books or memorize more facts. Begin to watch your thoughts, your reactions, your habits, your relationships. Ask simple but powerful questions. Why did I react this way? What am I really afraid of? What am I trying to prove? What am I not seeing? What do I truly want? Don't rush to answer. Stay with the question. Let silence speak. In that stillness, real understanding begins. Slowly, your mind becomes sharper, your heart becomes lighter, and your life becomes more aligned with truth. This is the journey of real intelligence, not becoming clever or successful in the world's eyes, but becoming deeply human, free, and awake from within.